Alright guys, gonna do the inner tie rods on the Mustang today. I'm gonna try to take advantage of the rain. I'll finish running the clay bar over the truck. I'm probably gonna clay the Mustang out too. If I can catch the, I think you can see all the acid rain etching on here. So the clay bar took most of it off, but I'm either going to have to use a polish or probably just use a cleaner wax on there. But first step's going to be getting this clayed off, and then, like I said, I only got the passenger side buffed up on the truck. But that 161 is pretty good at beating water. Falling right off of there, so that's looking pretty good. The wheel's chalked on the back. Just gonna break these loose and jack it up by the K-member. Alright, so just checking the play on the wheel. You know, going side to side, look at that. And do top to bottom. I think my wheel bearings might be slightly loose, so I don't know, probably pull that stuff apart, check it out, maybe even lubricate the brakes, but that play is ridiculous. I want to do this side too. A little bit on this side too, nothing like the other side though. So, this side's better, but still not good. Alright, so I'm gonna pull the wheels off and start getting into this. Show you the play on this side. So we'll have to get the boots off and take a look. Okay, that outer tie rod. That's a 19 millimeter. Just broke it loose and just you know, juiced it up with the liquid wrench. Just tapped it down with the hammer, got that broken loose, and then gonna have to degrease down here on the rack. Got, you know, super clean to degrease it, and then super foamy glass cleaner. Start getting that wiped off. We'll have to break this side loose too. So probably come over here and knock this one loose. Alright, got the driver's side all ripped apart here. This one actually doesn't seem to have much play in it. Compare that to the other side. Yeah. Well, the end play on that, it's not, you can't pull it in and out. No. So that's the rack back there. Had to use a big adjustable wrench to fit on the end of that thing. Ended up using the cheater bar to get the leverage, break it loose. So try to film all this on the other side, but just to show you where we're at right now. So we're gonna run this new one on there, put this side back together. Alright, got this side finished up. Everything's good. When I took that tie rod off, I counted the threads, so I just wrote down 38.5. I mean, I'll probably still go get an alignment check, but should be really close. Snugged up that jam nut, and then got this torqued down to 40 foot-pounds. So that's all ready to go. And I think, you know, get the other side done. I might pull these brakes apart and lube them up and check this. I don't know if my wheel bearings are coming loose or whatever, but to check that out. So, come around on the other side here. So, I already got the a little spring clamp, got that off the boot. And then way back there, I'd zoom in, but I can't do this with my fingers right now. The inner boots got the clamp, it's kind of buried back there. And yeah, the gear wrench ratchets are coming in really handy. So especially trying to get, for some reason, that clamp is like buried in the back. So having this thing's like 84 teeth, that was perfect. And having this to be able to flex it around. So 8 millimeter is the size of that. So I got it back there, got that loosened up. And then just gonna use some silicone and spray up the boot. You know, use a brush to clean off the tie rod so that boot will slide off really nice. So I'm gonna get that boot off right now. Alright, so the inner boot's loose. I'll spray this with some silicones to lube it up. And then I've got this pick tool. So I'm just going to work around and break that loose so this will slide out without tearing and screwing up the boot. Alright, so this side, that is a ton of end play. That's ridiculous. Alright, so I'm going to use that big adjustable wrench, breaker bar, start backing that thing off of there. Get enough. Alright, so the other thing I'm going to end up doing too is this is the jam nut. And I've got my thread chaser set, which this thing has been pretty invaluable. Especially last year, this thing is really good at fighting rust and, you straightening out the threads and all that. So even the brand new inner tie rod on the other side, we had to chase it out. So I'll show you doing that. Get that straightened out, get the new tie rod on there, chase it out, clean this thing up. It's funny too, I mean, I just had the stuff off last year and it's pretty nasty already. So, chase these threads and all that, make sure everything's cleaned up. Just cleaning off on the rack. The old one out. So, my car has had, I don't know, like the steering wheel had some slop in it. And it's had it for a very long time. So like, if you're sitting here with the engine running and you just move the steering wheel back and forth, it's like you could feel some slop before it would actually start turning the tires. So obviously that was a culprit there. And actually I remember back in maybe 99 or 2000 I got the solid steering shaft and I thought that was going to fix that, but it's been a problem ever since, and then the car sat forever, so kind of really wasn't on my radar, and then got into doing the suspension and all that, so got that figured out. That's good. So it's also fun driving it like that too. Definitely didn't help with it's almost like having some bump steer going on. So just running that thread chaser over the new tie rod. Make sure it's all good. Got it lubed up with penetrating oil. Got the new inner tie rod on there. Got the boot on. There's actually like a little channel that boot kind of sits on. You can see it on the old one. It's like a little shoulder that it butts up against. And chased everything out. Jam nut. Ran this over the tie rod. I did the outer tie rod threads with this one. So it's all cleaned up. Just keep it lubricated with some penetrating oil. Get it cleaned off. Should be good to go. Alright, got it all finished up. Got that outer tie rod torqued to 40 foot-pounds. That jam nut tightened up on the outer tie rod. Good to go. Alright, took the brake caliper off that side. There's no end play on the rotor. Same thing with this side. There's no play. It's spinning freely, so it's all good.
Can't do it.
Yeah. Alright, well, that was the issue. Definitely got all the end play out of there.
That one seems like it's really towed in.
It's still up in the air. Well, got the tie rod job all finished up. The one on the left is the passenger side. It had all that end play in it. Took the car out, and it's a tremendous difference. The steering feels a lot better. So, raced this car in SCCA. I think it was like 1999 to 02, something like that. So the suspension definitely got its ass kicked off doing that stuff. So that's probably what did the inner tie rods in. But after doing all the suspension work, that was kind of the last thing that needed to be done. So everything's all good on there now. Glad I got that straightened out. It's not good to have that kind of end play going on. That tire's just wobbling around at will. That's not good. So I'll be making more suspension videos. I want to make one just kind of talking about suspensions and the modifications that I feel are kind of like a must-have on the Fox body. And then probably gonna make a video talking about some of the tools you'd want to pick up to you know, make doing the suspension stuff a little bit easier. Couple of must-have tools and whatnot, so look for that. Alright guys, hope that helped you out. I know I'm glad I got this finished up. That's definitely a massive improvement. So, you know, if you're in doubt, just jack your car up and, you know, try moving that wheel side to side and see if you have any end play. You know, you might have a bad tie rod, you know, inner or outer or both. You know, you definitely want to do inspections on that stuff, make sure it's all good. Make sure your wheel bearings are good and all that too. You know, it's easy to overlook that stuff. Alright guys, hope you enjoyed that. Hit that thumbs up button. If you're not a subscriber, you know, think about subbing. Doing a lot of Mustang stuff on here, so, you know, if you're a Mustang guy, sub the channel. Alright guys, I'll see you in the next one.